Good day, everybody out here. It's another beautiful day. It's always a beautiful day with us at Upper Important on Talks. The program where we bring issues and we discuss them in a non-biased and unreserved, opinion on issues affecting the social, political, economic welfare of Nigerians across Nigeria, connecting Nigerians home and abroad. Today is the 21st day of October 2024, and we're in the studio for our 68th episode. Like always, there's always exciting times. Always exciting times with us at Upper Reporters. But first, I'd like to make my introduction. Regular, you guys know me. I go by the name of Obizo J. Yes, Obizo J, and the Upper Reporters is not available at the moment. Yes, I'll be your moderator and host so far. And before we have other people coming to the studio, I'll give you the breakdown, I'll give you headlines, I'll give you details happening around us. Yes, we know the program goes, and as it goes, we have people calling in, we have people on social media outlets. We are all here for you. We are all here to discuss, deliberate on the current happenings in our social space, in our political space, in our economic space. Those are the areas we discuss most. But I like to bring this trend to people. Now, at this point in time, a lot of people are going through difficulties. A lot of people are going through several matters. Yes, a lot of things that happen to a lot of people. Yes, we want to use this platform to listen to people, to hear what people are going through. We don't always have to come in to discuss about elites. It is not all about the elites. It is not all about politicians. Some people are going through health hazards. Some people are going through financial distress. We know we do our best to communicate with others. We do our best to let people know what others are going through. Yes, it might be marriage. It might be family issues. We're not a financial organization to sort out problems. But they say a problem shared is half solved. Yes, you might be going through bullying from your employer, from your lecturer, from your co-workers, from anybody, any part of the world. We are here to ensure that we listen to you and we talk to the right channel so we can know what can be done. So we can let your pain be heard, and they'll know how we'll go. We'll do what we can do to go to have it solved. Yes, we know finance is the key point. But yes, even if you are in need of employment or you need of support, we can connect you with authentic. I use the word authentic. Yes, we cannot verify everybody. We don't know. We cannot vouch for everyone. People are responsible for their actions, but we are using this opportunity to use a strong platform like this to communicate. Yes, you might want to maybe looking for a way to travel or a way to send packages across the world. Yes, we don't do it, but we could communicate with someone and you get it swift. So this is the time. I'm just trying to let us know that we have to go across the boundaries. I don't want to come here every day to talk about how the election went fed in Edo State or how the election fed in River State or what's happening to these people that are thinking that the next point of call is to have a youth convention. I don't think that is it. But basically, we will talk about About important to talk about politics, talk about social, talk about economic, etc., welfare. And we're going to bring it into the table as a very, very unbiased and unreserved way. We're not partisan, we're not a social, we're not a political group. We are not a money-making organization. We're just a fair community where we have our people coming to discuss things affecting us. Yes, that is for that at the moment. Like I always do, I'll have to tell the topics for today. Yeah, as it is on the banner from Reporters, it is, I read as follows. It is an act of cruelty for World Bank to ask Tinubu to come with his reforms, to continue with his reforms. Everybody is saying the policies to these reforms are killing. They are saying that we cannot sustain such policies and expect heavy impact of poverty or pain on the people not to dwell. So the World Bank, who I believe, forgive me, is not even a friend of the country or the friend of the people, is asking Tinubu that it will be cruel, that it will be mean, it will be wicked to continue with his reforms. Well, okay, that is the NLC speaking. Well, in Rivers, they are still, I don't know, this is a clash of the titans. In Rivers, the former governor, the current governor, they are all battling. They are friends. I wonder why friends battle when it comes to power. I want to, let me say, growing up, I had a couple of friends, and I had these friends. They were extremely close. They did everything together. They were not brothers, but you could tell the loyalty amongst themselves, the closeness, the togetherness, and all that was super, was very, very good. Until I will use the word until they went into a business together, and that was what crumbled the whole thing. I apologize if my friends are hearing this, if these people are hearing this and they're taking it personal. Don't take it personal. I'm just trying to use it as an example. Power and money sometimes hinder friendship. Yes, Mr. Omar Jilawani, thank you very much. I hail you too. Nice to hear from you. I know. Sorry. Let me apologize. We started late again today. Well, it's the timer. The timer on. It wasn't me. I've been here. Yes, the timer on wasn't the internet. The internet is good, but just the timer. Yes. So these friends that we have, they got into a business, and you know what it means. Money, power needed to involve respect, and it was catastrophe. So that is what is happening in Rivers State today. When you see people that don't want to let go, people that want power till, or because I help a man build because I help a man build his business to a certain level, then I want to be the godfather of the man. Rivers, for me, I think I've had enough of discussing the polity amongst our people, because in Rivers State there are a bunch of greedy people. Yes, this is just the beginning. It's going to be like that because the foundation was like this. When Fubara does his 8 years and he puts his successor, that is what is going to happen. That is, if he goes to step on the successor's toes or try to keep his business for 8 years in check, the successor will continue to fight him. So it's a cycle among those men. It should not. I don't want it to continue. I don't want it to continue to become a discussion for us until we will make them important. We will make their discussions important until they start treating the people like they treat their wives, their girlfriends, and their children. If they don't treat us like that, then they are not in any position to be discussed about. They lack every form of empathy. They don't love themselves. They're just a bunch of greedy people. So for all we care, Wike is wanting to fight reverse. Let them start. It's too late. They're wasting time. The earlier the better, so we can buy a lot of popcorn and enjoy the viewings. Going to the local government autonomy. Going back, I think I was going to. Yes, I saw some things some days ago in Kaduna. Yes, APC swept the whole state. All local government and councillor, APC swept it. Yes, I'm not saying there was backplay or there was underground tone or there was a systematic rigging. I wouldn't say that. But in a society where you have 43, 23, even 10 local government areas and one party sweeps it, I understand it can be because of the motion or the way people move from one party to another in Nigeria. In Edo now, APC has won. Let me use it as a case study. APC has won the Gubas. But after the swearing in, 6 months from now, I can tell you some people that we thought we could rely on will begin to defect. That's how it starts. The major PDP, although APC, it was only the governor and the deputy and a few others that moved to PDP. They left the others in APC. But now you see the whole form of the states trying to turn into an APC state. That is the politics first we have to underline. If you want to discuss politics. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is very, very, very shocking that in an election, a party out of 17 or more will sweep every local government area. Yes, they say the governors it's called selection. If we have to continue to do this, how can you now entrust autonomy on local government chairman? Because the local government chairman has been put there. The same thing we go back to loyalty. A man has been handpicked, a man has been funded, a man has been told to step down for another. In such cases, how do you now tell these people to do the right thing? Because they all work under a spell. So when they speak of local government autonomy, it is laudable listening to it, but how are we going to implement it? Because the governor is APC, all his local government chairmen, 23 or more, are APC. They all won their election. How is it going to work? I would not say it's impossible that the thing cannot happen like that, but it's almost impossible in a big state like Kaduna State. It happened in Edo State. Yes, Obaseki played that role. Because at some point you have to let some things go. We're complaining that Tinubu did not allow fair play in the state election. It's the same thing some people will complain that the governor did not allow fair play in the local government or councillor elections. So when we talk about autonomy, it's a word that will be kept out there, but it might never work because of the politics that is being played deep into the system. Well, that Supreme Court can over local government autonomy. Let's see how it goes. Well, there's this the last one on the list says no acting chief of army staff. DHQ reveals when Lagbaja will resume speaks on military coup. Yeah, there were speculations that the former or the chief of army staff was removed, and the CSO to the president was removed. The chief of army staff had issues. Oh yes, I think there were rumors of was it not a coup, but impeachment. Okay, that the impeachment had the issues with the Senate, northern governors or northern senators saying they were not part of it. Oh well, I've said it today. We will not come here every day to discuss about people that don't discuss us. It is time we have to come here to discuss about the things that connects us. How can we elevate ourselves? How can we want people, if you know anybody that's having issues with the employer, I'm not going to I don't want I'm not we are not going to do it in the way they do it, like a man picks up a phone and begins to antagonize other people. I don't want to call names here, and they become popular on social media platforms. No, this is a time for unity. I remember some time ago, earlier in the show, one of the first 10 episodes, a guy from Japan came to the show, and that was never resolved. How their school, it was not Oregbeni, was not, yes, how their school way back lacked teachers and they were paying. A school in Nigeria, yes, in Edo State, how the Edo State the alumni of the school was sending money for teachers. That case, we never delved into it because we got into election story, we got into the PDP, APC, shenanigans, and etc., etc. Yes, I'm trying to go through my records to see, because I remember those are the things we should talk about. How are teachers faring? How are nurses faring? How are the bus drivers faring? Is there peace for the market women? How are we going? That is it. We cannot come here and talk about Tinubu. Tinubu flies a private jet. He has flies a private jet. He probably doesn't know the price of fuel until they say it on TV, because he does not buy from his personal pocket. It has been paid for since probably when he became governor. Yes, when he became governor, now they have pension as a governor. He has done that for so long, receiving pension, and now he's president. So why will we come here to talk about them? Do they care about us? Do they know how we think? So now we have to ensure that we use this platform. It's a platform for the people to discuss our issues. And we have to do it in a very unbiased and unreserved way. It's not a political platform. A platform is a platform that ensures that everybody in every way tries to do well. Well, I have a full house now. I have a full studio. Yes, I have Ola. I have our reporters here. Reporters, thank you for coming. No, you didn't come quick, but I appreciate it. We have Chief Oye, we have Concord, and we have Sake. Gentlemen and ladies, today is not about, we have our topics, but yes, we are not going to go into politics today. We are going to talk about the well-being of our people. We are going to talk about the faring of our people. We are going to talk about prices of commodity in Nigeria. We are going to continue from where we spoke the last time. Why is our Naira depreciating? I don't know if it's to other currencies, but to the dollar especially. What is going on? Why is our petrol on that high side? Okay, let us talk about the question now. Sorry guys, let me deviate. Let me go back. I saw a short video, an excerpt from probably an interview, and a senator said the salary 40 million is not enough for him. A senator that practically has approved 85,000, or that took time to approve 70,000 as a minimum wage for a nation like Nigeria. He said 14 million was not enough, or is not, what was. 40 million is not enough for him as salary. I want to discuss the senator. I like to discuss how we got to paying 14 million naira for a senator. That is it. Let us start here.
I thought you said no politics, Mr. Moderator. Isn't that politics?
No, it is just a mental orientation. I like to know it's not politics, because politics talk about not the ways but the people. When you want to talk about politicians, that's talking politics. I want to talk, how did we get to paying 14 million naira for an individual that is not a manufacturer, he's not an inventor, he's not a surgeon of any kind. A man that probably does nothing. What I mean does nothing, he's not a professional, he's probably, he has chief in front of his name, chief. How did we get there? Let's just discuss that before we go into. I promise we will not discuss politics, but it was mind-boggling. I saw it, I got angry, but I said, why are you getting angry? Discuss it with your people. So let us start. It's just going to be brief, then we go further. Let us start from, I want to do it how we came into the studio. Ola, are you there?
Yes.
Good. Okay. How are you doing today?
Good, sir.
Good. Yeah. So I want to do, like I said, no politicking. But how did we get there?
You see, when you have a country that does not have accountability,
Yes.
there is no check and balance really that exists. There is no Senate or House of Reps that checkmates anything. The people that are supposed to be checkmating things are hiding their salary. When their salary finally be released, they say it's not enough, because the country now become a banana republic. When first states, what happened to a failed state when state become a failure or already a failed state, which Nigeria is today? Nigeria is a failed state. Is people started complaining about, they say corrupt people started complaining about corruption themselves. So, yes, my salary is not enough. Yes, Nigeria is corrupt, but they're the one carrying out the corruption, but they complain about corruption. Very difficult to treat. That symptom become a very severe symptom, because you cannot control it. It's about a liar who believes his own lies, who lives his own word inside his own lies. So Nigeria, unfortunately, have a DNA of how to tell lies. You understand me? What we're suffering now is also the individual also contributed to it. Now imagine somebody will sit and say he built a house of about 500 million. How you take build this house 500 million? How much be bag of cement? How much be sand? If you go inside, what kind of paint you use? If you go inside the house, you say even the chandelier when you put, you go buy them for 40,000 naira, 50,000 naira for somewhere. But it's telling you a house worth 500 million. Heavy lie. Already, he don't already they choke himself. He don't they choke the citizen. You understand? Everybody now become choke up.
Yeah.
What do we get for our neck for Nigeria? Now bet. They can't put the bet now for the last stage with the tight of lies. My name is John. Now Peter, the choke. We don't know which one be our name again. John, Peter, or Peter John does not exist. There's no gray zone anymore. So what you're saying, everybody started giving his own price, fake price on different things. People go come and say that they make 60 million a month for social media. Lie. Heavy lie. Content creators, all of them, they'll be somewhere, they press things somewhere. They just a lie. Because we live in a society of lie.
You don't lie. You don't lie. You don't lie.
No, because if you see a society, let's assume in the Western world, your house rate is depend on that neighborhood. You know more than anything that is there, and they will know everything that you put, the door, the chandelier, even to the toilet seat before you can start saying your house is even $200,000. You must have to. There must have to be something. Who job? Yeah, I built my house for 600 million naira. It's a $1 million house. Okay.
But I said this thing last time. I said that is how the Akara woman says that dollar has increased. And somebody said no. They use the granite oil to do this. They use the petrol that they kerosene to fry to do this. It comes from dollar. I said no. Our prices, we deceive ourselves. That's where it starts from.
Thank you. But that lie already exists. Nigeria people don't know how to withdraw it. What did they do? They started selling houses in dollar, land in dollar. They
Who are the people buying? Wait, do people really buy these things, or they just
now they're politicians for the wash their money now.
And some people see they buy too. Some people when they America, for example, when they see the packaging, they go send the money go there. When they finally visit the place, they'll see what they send them. You know, reach $20,000, and they don't go pay $350,000.
Thank you, my brother.
So
the finishing of these houses, the finishing of these houses is not their professional at all. The finishing, you know even what $10,000. The finishing.
One day right now in the Lagos now, you know they cry. Say may they carry the house, may they give half of the money back.
Thank you. Now so we tell they choke. We go choke, so we don't really choke ourselves. Economically, characterly, we don't even get at all. You understand me? It go take time. I swear to God, there. You see when the Buhari and the Idiagbon come, that's what they call Operation War Against Indiscipline. You know why they said those things then? Now because of the inflation of things at that time too. You know, people will just go borrow money for bank, they don't pay, pretty fake money at home, nothing is happening. What you're seeing now today is the same process. It did change you, only that we not get an institution we go say enough is enough. This is too much. We go feel coming like the way Idiagbon and the other matter coming at that time. You understand me? We not get that. That institution is very weak. They don't. Obasanjo don't kill that institution. If remember when Obasanjo came to power, what Obasanjo did first, now to weaken Nigeria military. He weakened Nigeria military. Then next, he approved what we call all kind of private universities. Why he did that? To weaken the power of the Nigerian University Government Association. Because those ones and army now they go together for Nigeria. But then you start having a lot of private universities, all these universities, state universities, federal universities, that have much power to protest against corruption and all these unnecessary things. It kill them. So what you see now, the Nigerian army is heavily weakened. That's why they could not even fight, honorable bandit and Boko Haram. It now face corruption into them. So the corruption is still, and it just start now. It started in 1999 slowly. Only that it now embedded during Buhari time or Jonathan time. During Buhari time, Buhari now turned it to be a jihadist type of institution. Turn them around quick. As Obasanjo killed it, Buhari can turn out to be an institution of jihadists. The army is confused. If you read paper, they say army is selling weapons to bandits. There's a proof. They say there's a proof. Allegedly. So what you see now, how can you survive a country whereby a powerful institution that's supposed to take care of everything to make a country secure is now become a business zone for the other ones? That's why I said we don't have any institution to cushion us, to correct things. We are now living in what called Gata Gata Republic. I think there's somebody coming from here. We'll talk later.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ola. Yeah, thank you very much for your submission. Well, you have taken us from that. It's not politics. You have taken us to the reality, where I said we would discuss more about going forward. Yes, the lie. You said we live the lie. The lie has become a natural occurrence where people wake up and say, should I do it for, what am I doing it for? Because I want to believe people don't do it, they do it for the clout. Some people want to do it for the fame. So they come, influencer, I make every video, I make $60,000 daily. I make this, making that. That is why now some people will prefer to be content creators, music artists, than going to school for the young ones, because the internet shows a lot of things that, or people are allowed to portray or become what they are not. That is the lie. It goes down and it trickles down from top to bottom. But let's go to the topic. Chief Oye, we are talking of 14 million a month, not enough for a Senate. As a senator said, he said 14 million is not enough. He's not complaining, but he's saying it's not enough, which means if care is not taken, and with the hike of petroleum products and the currency, there might be increase in salary. There might be a projection for that. What is your take? How did we get there? 40 million naira a month. Even if you change it to dollars, how did we get there for an unprofessional? Please digress.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Moderator, for giving me the time to speak. Well, a senator that says 14 million is not enough is probably the senator that paid 30 million for his ticket, or or paid a lot of money to get his seat. So like we said in the other meetings, it is a transactional office and he's trying to get his profit. So, and he's not there for the people. And because like how Mr. Allah plainly put it, in a country where there's no accountability and the system is broken, somebody can come out and say that 14 million is not enough when the masses and the country is in chaos, shambles, failed, broken. So, like I always say, you know what I'm going to say, Mr. Moderator?
There's no tunnel. Don't go there.
I don't see any lights at the end of the tunnel, and there's no hope. But as a as a true Nigerian, a lover of my country, and a proud Benin woman, I'll just continue to say that I pray that something good comes out, because it is a shame. The greed is unbelievable. The lack of class, the wickedness. These people are wicked. They have no brains. They have no shame. They do not know what it means to put down. They don't believe in legacies. Because where are their children of the people that the so-called founding fathers or the so-called politicians of old? Where are their children? Where are they? They're just eating and embezzling the country and just doing what they want to do. I know you said no politics, but it's I don't even know how to comprehend the failure and the hardship and what is causing in our society, the generation from generation that have been lost, deceived, everything is going downward spiral. And then the senator comes. Some people don't even have money to buy malaria medicine. Some people don't. One egg in Nigeria is 250 naira. People don't eat meat anymore. There's fake rice, fake coke, fake fish, fake medicine. And then the senator who is supposed to be serving us, who is supposed to be a public servant, is saying that 14 million is not enough. So there you go. It's a shithole. God forgive us all. But like I said, there's no light at the end of the tunnel and there's no hope. So I stop there.
Thank you very much, Chiboye. I appreciate your submission on this. Well, you say the light at the end of the tunnel. I say I've not seen the tunnel yet. I think that means you are way light ahead. Light with me. I'm still walking. I can't see a tunnel. I'm just in a pure desert without enough water, using my last breath, my last strength. But still, I still have to assist. I'm not the only person in the desert. There are people walking with me. They are elderly. They are young. We are waiting to see the tunnel. I hope we see the tunnel before we can get to see the light. And
I
see
hope
I'm
so too.
way behind. Thank you very much, as it is. I did a bit of research. Before I go to Mr. Tupo or Mr. Concord, I did a bit of research and I have seen that I'm still writing. I'm not done yet. We have 109 senators in Nigeria. 109. So you have to multiply it by 14 million every month. I don't want to say times 12. Or let's say 14 million times 12. That would give you almost 120 million naira a year for a senator. A senator receives, let's say, I put it like 120 to 140 million a year for him. That's the salary, not allowances. And they have 109. That aside, we have 360 House of Representatives. We have 36 governors. We have 774 local government areas, which means those are the numbers of local government chairmen we will have. And these local government areas have councillors, which I have not done a study on that, and I think you go over thousands. And these people have oddlies. They have oddlies. They have SUVs. They have convoys. They have. I can imagine how much is being spent on them. Is that? Are we gotten there? This is what I say. I know the funds are being generated in some of these aspects, like the governors generate funds, local government generate funds. But the honest truth about it, have we gotten there to have this large chain of consumers? Not just consumers, very high consumers. This is democracy. It is. Are we rich enough to handle this and the other people? When I mean other people, the infrastructure let's use infrastructure base. Are we there? This is another question. But let's go. I just put that. The question will come. More questions will come from my write-up. But Mr. Tupo, are you there? Unmute yourself. Give us your political analysis on how we got to 14 million for a senator, and he says it is not enough. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for having me. First and foremost, I want to just say I thought the program today was for lamentation because the last two speakers were lamenting. I was saying, okay, maybe let me create my own lamentation. But I think you have been able to repair it and say, okay, it's about the 14 million. You see, Nigeria is a rich country, natural resources wise, but we're a poor country when it comes to what we generate and what we spend. So when we hear 14 million, we shout, which is less than 10,000 US dollars. So for a sitting senator, so when you reconcile this amount with the activity of a senator who controls a senatorial district, then you will understand that 14 million per se, maybe except we want to compare it with the minimum wage, then we can say, well, it might be somehow. But is it monthly salary that this 14 million stands at, or is it a yearly salary?
A monthly salary is monthly. That's how we pay it in Nigeria, not bi-weekly, but monthly. So it's 14 million for 30 days. 14 million naira.
Are you sure of this?
Yeah, it was logical that said it.
No, did he say it was his monthly salary?
He said salary is not enough. And he said from the salary, 9 million. Go watch it. The video is everywhere. He said it. He said 9 million is used. He used this 9 million to pay workers from his 14 million.
So it depends. That's why I said you need, like today, when you wanted to bring up the topic, you would have done a breakdown of what the salary structure is for the senator.
I know.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
And the staff surrounding the senator, because like for the rep, I know there's statutory 5 staffs under him, SC, SLA, LA, and the rest, and all that. So, but I don't know how they are paid, whether they are paid from the National Assembly or they are paid from the salary of the member. So all these are more we will first put together before we now know exactly how to discuss it. Secondly, we now have to discuss what the senator is expected to do with this salary. You understand? He's supposed to have a constituency discussion with his people at every given time. This requires him to call a meeting, have a constituency office. All this, because I can't really say how these salaries work. So if this includes both the extra code for both transport allowance and everything, then it's a different case. But if it's the basic salary, like when you say the basic, you say, okay, before you put all the exigencies, then we can say that is somehow, So we have only 109 senators controlling 200 and something million Nigerians. You don't expect them to earn the same money a regular civil servant will earn. We know that for sure. But however it is, maybe we will blame them that, okay, they are not actually giving us the representation we need. You understand? Because everybody keeps saying rubber stamp, this one, that one. So I think the major thing is not about the salary, it's what we expect of our Senate, of our National Assembly, the checks and balance, the oversight functions, and so on and so forth. I think that is where the thing is. Because if this senator now, they haven't said that he earns 14 million, had moved the motion to impeach Tinubu, I think he will be praised. They will say even the money is too small. They should add. So this is where the problem is. They need to be responsible to the people who they are representing. But they have said over time that they are responsible. That I listened to the interview that they monitor Tinubu, they do the normal thing they are supposed to do, and that the policies are in line with what they have, as a National Assembly, have looked at, and that's why they are okay to give him confidence. I don't know, even the United Nations still gave the Tinubu confidence that his policies are in the right direction. Only we, the citizens who are suffering now, are saying these policies is something else. So I don't know how to. So I cannot argue for salary basis. Definitely, we know Nigerians are underpaid. That one, everybody agrees. But do we have the revenue to overpay us? No, we don't. what do we need to do is to increase our revenue base. And I have a friend who has always agitated that we should increase production of our oil and block lipids. So if we can move our oil production to 2.2 to 3 million barrels daily from like where 1.1, I don't think we'll be worried about the amount of salary the senators are receiving. I don't think it started happening now. They were paid the same salary under Obasanjo, Jonathan, and so on and so forth. I just only noticing it now because maybe, I don't know. So, but the same civil service were earning below par. You get, Hold on a minute, please.
It's okay. Yes. I like.
The earnings has always been like this for our senators. I even believe when you do the comparison of what they were earning early 2000 and like those 2000 to 2010, 14, and compare it to what the civil service were paying salary, you will be shocked. It's only now that we are hearing. In short, it was in 2015 minimum wage increase from 18,000 to 25,000 or thereabout to 30,000 that Buhari did now. So you can imagine what the civil service were earning as a 2010 or thereabout. But then you can say, okay, yes, the exchange rate, because everybody actually uses the dollar to do comparison with their currency. The actual exchange rate was actually good, so you could understand that the wage could actually be enough to a reasonable extent, But what they earn now, like I said, I don't think, if they want to take a pay cut, up to them. But you don't expect the former governor, a two-time governor and a senator you don't expect 40 million to be enough for him. But if peradventure I made a senator today, I think 40 million will be more than enough for me to function. So it all depends. So, but if they have to do the job the proper way that the Senate is supposed to function, which is to do proper research and proper, because as a senator, before you go and speak in the House, you're supposed to do proper research, and to do this research to be how will I speak the English now? To be properly gathered with the information you need to push a bill or a motion, it takes money. You understand? So they are not even doing that. So if they want to do that, they won't even have money to do it. That's why when they bring a bill to the House, they are all confused. They don't know what the bill is about. They can just even pass it and later realize what happened. Because they don't really do this. To do research is not just gather two people and start asking them, what do you think? It's scientific and otherwise. So it costs money. So, but let me leave it there for now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The analysis, yes, I appreciated. Thank you for the education. Thank you for the input. Always enjoy it when I hear. Yeah, but let me first of all, I googled something, and the definition of salary. Salary is money paid at regular times for work or services. Stipend, etymology, Middle English, salary, money paid to a worker. If you want the Latin names, I can give to you. It's a fixed payment, and when I say salary, in a Nigerian context.
Okay, sorry. Let me just come in. Do you know how much the salary of a governor is before the extras that are added to it?
No.
It's a level 17, I believe. So there's a salary structure now. So when you say level 17, most times you can have a salary of 1 million, then they build it up with some other things and it gets to 10 million. So yes. I think those are the things we should.
There's basic salary, there's motor fuel, there's personal assistance, domestic staff, entertainment.
They cannot have their regular basic as
salary and the benefits. Yeah, it goes on that salary too.
Mr. Moderator, please can I talk?
Yes, you will talk, but I just want to give the definition of salary. Their salaries, their it's a package.
Expenses are different from salary. I think Mr. Tikpo was adding expenses.
It's called allowances. There are the salary and the total package is the allowances. Okay, yes. So, Mr. Sorry, I wanted to give the definition. It's a monthly thing, and I will bring more light because there's another senator that said he goes home with 22 million a month. I think that is from one of the northern states, as I saw it here. That is Senator Kawu. Senator Kawu Sumaila of the Nigerian People's Party says he goes home from Kano State. He goes home with 22 million naira every month. First of all, before I bring Concor in, I don't think it's appropriate to start converting our monies because it's a senator, you're converting it to dollar and say it's less than 10,000. It doesn't mean anything. We see $10,000 finish. I'm not saying that. Secondly, the Nigerian minimum wage is difficult to dole out by government. It's difficult to agree, to accept 70,000. They use 1 full year, they use it to campaign, they use it to fight, they use it to protest. And somebody is saying 17 million or 2 is not enough. That is where I put reality on the table first. Because if you are an aeronautic engineer, that means you repair Boeing 747. If you can see the dynamics of the mechanics in a plane, and you see the plane mechanic, you say, this guy. If you are a rig builder, that's a refinery, a rig builder. I'm not saying you work in a rig, but you build, you're a rig contractor. And you tell me you earn 17 million a month. We know what you do. They don't build rigs every day. They don't build refineries every day. It takes a lot for all the safety and extras. You understand? When a senator that does nothing, his name is Chief. I mean, you have probably with a primary school certificate. So we are coming to say the $10,000 is the equivalent. He has this, he has that, and what he does. I give up. So let me give it to Concor. In fact, I'll continue later. Concor, please unmute your mic and continue. Concor, are you there with me?
Yeah, I did here with you. I beg. Give me 1 second. I beg.
Okay.
Okay, moderator, before Concor
Okay,
comes in.
I don't come back. I beg. I just quickly attend to customer. Okay. I mean, there are 2 things I want to talk about. The first one, please, for anyone in the United States and that is eligible to vote and is registered, please, if there's early voting in your states that started, please go and vote. Let's encourage ourselves because we are talking about Nigeria. Let's also talk about where we are living. Please, let's vote. Let's go out and vote, and let's make sure that we cast our vote. That's on that aspect. Secondly, about 14 million. Urges of Kalu on the normal. He may make 14 million probably in a second. But when I came to America, the exchange rate to the US to Naira today was I think it was a little bit over 100 Naira. It was 110 or 90 something Naira per dollar. So, and a sitting US senator as of 2019, according to Google, is making about 174,000 annually. So, by the time they remove their taxes and the rest, I don't know how much those people will be taking home. But saying that a 14 million naira is too small for 30 days salary, come on. When I saw the news, I was thinking probably, Nigerian government, they have a way of doing things. They are trying to distract the youth now. So they will plan a way to distract the youth and say some certain things so that the youth will start debating on this particular subject while another thing will be going on. So I'm just thinking, I was thinking probably that was the reason Mr. Senator did that. But I will also check. I realized that if you are making 14 million naira, that means your staff, your constituency fee, projects and all these are separate money from your 40 million. And you are saying that it is too much even in this current Nigerian economy. Come on, more fear God now. We know these people don't fear God. We know there's nothing like God does not exist in their heart again. But we, as a lover of this country, we should condemn things like this, regardless of the party you belong to. It does not matter. Let's condemn it. You know, we cannot justify their action or the statement these people are saying. How can you come outside in the national television and say a 14 million naira, according to my late father, no whatever, come on, man. You know, so I don't think we should be trying to justify or give them excuse. If my mother, she's 90 years old. She has a shop outside of her house, and I can tell you of a fact that yesterday when I spoke to her, she said one egg is about 190, 200 naira now. Egg
250.
And you're saying that a 14 million naira, because you're in the upper class, is too small. You know, I keep on saying, and there are a lot of things that we cannot really say in this particular. But I keep saying that we have failed Nigeria already. Our generation, we have failed Nigeria already. Let's just call it the way it is. Because I think a lot of us, we left Nigeria in a hurry. We left Nigeria in a hurry to leave that country. Because if you look at the youth that is in Nigeria now, these people don't care about Nigeria. They don't. Because if there's a certain thing that is happening that will not be existing in Nigeria. So my brother, and for those at home listening to this statement, please do not encourage your senator saying 14 million naira is too small. 14 million naira is a very, very big money. A sitting U.S. senator makes $174,000 in a year. And a $14 million naira is equivalent to about 10,000 plus, if my calculation is right. And that's like 120,000 US dollars in a year. And we know that a senator in a country like this is performing well than a senator in Nigeria. Because these people, they don't really do anything. You know, so if we keep on lamenting, sometimes I just wish that man could say it right in my front. Now slap, I will give up. I'm the one I don't vex. Now slap. You know?
How do we count?
Let me rest my case here, man, because they pay me. For real, they pay me. Nigeria is not going forward, it's going backward. And also, I wanted to say something about United Nations saying that Tinubu policy. Man, don't get it twisted. United Nations can only say that to African countries. They can only say that to African countries. Tell me anything in America the U.S. government does not subsidize. In this country, I've been in this country for over 20 years now. Tell me anything in this country that the U.S. government does not subsidize. Tell me. Let me give you guys an example. In my area of profession, which is baby food, we know what happened in this country when the scarce of baby food was going on in this country. And we know how many billions of dollars the U.S. government brought in and paid the manufacturer of baby food and the distributors of baby food just for them to release baby food. Why all this baby food were in the warehouses, stuck in the warehouse because they needed money. So we shouldn't get it twisted. Nigeria we will ask ourselves, what were we thinking? What were we doing when Nigeria was just going down like this? Because of parties who will say the truth, we will not say it. I bet my rest here. They pay me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Concord. Thank you very much for your submission. Let me go back now. I did a bit of mathematics and a bit of research. I want to compare the Nigerian Senate and the Nigerian senator salary and the American senator salary as Google has prescribed. And guess what? In the Nigerian senator salary, I use salary. I didn't use allowances. So I used the calculation from I think Senator Kalu, not Senator, I did Senator Kalu, not Senator Kawu, because Kawu said 22 million. I used 12 million for as Kalu stated. Yes, an American senator earns 174,000. I think that's basics for 12 months, which makes it $14,500 a month. A Nigerian senator earns, according to Kalu's, 12 million or 14 million. That gives us 168 million a year, which goes down to $98,000 a year. If you break it down, a Nigerian senator earns 8,200 plus. That's almost, let's say, $8,000 every month. Why should a Nigerian senator earn $8,000 every month? What does he manufacture? What has he invented? Well, are we comparing ourselves to America? America can have the senators because they have 8 lane roads. Their airports are working. There's constant light. There's security. Their schools are being handled from local government, whatever. And we are still having schools without chairs and tables in Nigeria. We're having schools that
going well.
Then what are they paying the senator 8,000 for? What is he doing? What does he need 8,000 for? Is he an IT worker? You have to do IT. Yeah, your brain has to almost come out of your skull to earn 8,000. How much do nurses earn? People that save lives. How much does a policeman earn that goes in front, what's it called? Senator, because say you buy your phone ticket, 30 million. What do you do? What is it that you do? Nothing. You wear cheap hats, go every day. Some people don't even go for sittings. We don't know their occupation. They will come, they will say $8,000 a month. It might not be enough. Oh. Then you expect a lecturer or a man that has a PhD to earn $500,000. That's almost $50, almost $300, and you earn it 8,000. For what? And these people have, some of these governors, some of these senators, we are governors. They have pensions. I think we are not going to discuss politics today, but I don't want to. I don't like to get sentimental when it comes to certain things. When we see black, let's call it black. When we see white, let's call it white. That's how we go forward. When we see a woman putting exorbitant prices on a car, it is not poverty. It's because she's wicked. When we see a senator saying $8,000 a month as salary, I'm not talking about excesses that come with it. We have to sit up and say it, because especially for a man that has seen both worlds, $8,000 in Nigeria every month is too much for anybody, unless you are go and do your business. If you feel the money is not enough and you have tasted it more than too many times, leave government alone, go to your private business and earn it like Dangote or $10. But you cannot come and tell us that from taxpayers' monies, they use it to fund your excesses. It is preposterous. And no Nigeria, especially those abroad, should justify it. Politics or no politics.
We have one justifying it already, you know.
Nobody should justify rubbish from a blood-step, bloody illiterate.
Host.
What?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening to
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the studio. Who is that? Ike King. Ike King, where have you been? How are you? How is everything?
I'm fine. You see, permit me to say, with all due respect, one of the reasons why I don't usually come around is because the host will just take all the time. We just talk. I don't understand. I think this is supposed to have been a conversation of the people you call to join the platform. But at the end of the day, we come here sometimes. Maybe if we want to rotate the program, maybe I may have the opportunity.
Ike King, you have your program, right? Don't you have your program? Ike King, you have your program, don't you? No, I'm asking you. I'll kick you out of here now. You are irritating me.
I'm raising my own.
No, don't raise your. I'll kick you out. I'm not here for bullshit. You have your program. When you get your program,
Mr. Moderator, you can't use such words.
I'll kick him out.
Mr. Moderator, please.
I'll kick him out. You guys go and call the cops. Call 911. I'll kick him out. When he gets to his show, let him talk trash.
Mr. Moderator.
Other people too, though. So you cannot just come to the show and just talk.
Put your picture on the cup. Talk to my face when you see me. I've kicked him out. I'm not here for nasty. There's not enough of the bullshit. It's not politics we're playing here. Don't come. I don't know you. You don't know me. So don't come and talk trash to me. You can take trash from people that know me, but if you think because you're a blogger from cheap YouTube ad free, and you want to come here and talk trash, I won't take that. Trust me. I've got reasons today. So let him go. I'll kick him out.
Mr. Moderator.
Don't. Oh, I'll kick you out. Don't come. Don't speak me. This topic, leave me. It's not my show. My topic at
Mr. Moderator.
Yeah, I don't care for those ones.
You know that when it comes to
you don't say you will take from anybody when know you. So to know you well, so relax.
Moderator, when it comes to the discussion of Nigeria, it triggers a whole lot of nerves. You understand?
Yes,
so
it does.
You have to learn how to, because
if a man wants to come and discuss on topics
from his own background, thinking he wants to come and defend something, so he's coming with the emotions of the same Nigeria that is making you provoke. So nobody is immunized of this pain that Nigeria are going through. So as a way of leadership in the house, you should give him warning. Then maybe when it is repeated, you can do your strike, because it is so brute the way you went about it. Nevertheless,
with all due respect, it seems like when you see something that is supposed to be for Nigeria, you always when it concerns somebody on your party, you think that's so pertinent. But this is Nigeria thing. We talk about Nigeria. It affects you. It affects your cousin. It affects your
like I said, it's the same Nigerians who are praising Simfubara today because he's fighting Wike, but they are forgetting that Simfubara is actually misbehaving. So we pick and choose what we want to.
The hardship in Nigeria is not affecting Mr. Otoko at all. We can see that.
No. Nobody's doing party here anymore. This is Nigeria. We already have a leader, and when the leader is going wrong, we as a Nigerian citizen should be able to call that leader to order, regardless of the party you belong to.
Can I say something? You see, standing on existing protocol in a platform where people cannot.
Don't give us rules. Talk about the come, young man. I'm talking to you again. Don't give us rules here. No,
Mr. Moderator, please allow
Moderator, you
Mr.
cannot
no,
gag the
no.
panelists.
Let
Now.
him
You
not
can't
talk
gag
about.
him
Let him
now.
talk about
He
the
needs to
topic.
speak his mind first
No,
before he
I
say
mean,
whether it
allow
makes sense.
Mr. Moderator, please allow Mr. Ike. He's a
Let him talk
Nigerian,
about the topic.
and we
Um,
agree to disagree. Please,
No,
Mr.
not the rules.
Moderator.
You should not bring
moderator,
rules. Stop your
moderator,
cup. Don't get on my nerves, I don't tell you.
moderator. Please
Moderator.
wait
Yeah,
first.
honestly,
I'm not giving rules. Okay, from my understanding.
talk. Your leader gets 40 million dollars. Discuss it. Finish. Talk about me. If you don't know the topic, you don't hear.
You see, this is a platform where everybody is entitled to hear their opinion. You understand? And whatsoever
Yes,
I say here is my opinion. And
respectfully, though.
it is, I have not disrespected anybody.
Exactly.
I
Respectfully.
have not disrespected anybody. You understand? So it is not in my place for my opinion to align with yours. I don't have that power. But however, coming on this platform, I heard talking about the salary of the senator, comparing it to the US dollar and whatnot. You see, one of the things that I keep telling people, Naira, the more we keep comparing Naira to dollar, the more the Naira keeps looking useless in our eye. You see, an average Nigeria struggle is not to do the arithmetic between the Naira and the dollar. That shouldn't be our concern majorly. Our concern should be what is actually the value of our Naira in our own domain. For example, if I take Naira to China, even if Naira cannot get me anything there, but let it be that when I am using Naira inside Nigeria, it should be able to get me more than enough of what I want to get. You see, when people come about to say, oh, why would Senator receive 14 million? That the salary is too much, is too big, is too that. Those that are saying it, can they please suggest to us what is fit for the senators to receive? For example, should they be receiving 10 naira, or they should be doing voluntary services? For example, you see, when sometimes we are not in America, we are in Nigeria. And if we want to talk about Nigeria, we should center it around what happens in Nigeria. Then if we want to make references, we should make references to things that seems alike, not things that are in opposite direction. We have to understand that what drives America economy is different from what drives Nigeria economy. Somebody called into the program saying in America, they subsidize everything. They subsidize everything. Sometimes I laugh. Are you even aware that in Nigeria, almost everything is also subsidized? Let's take, for example, can you compare the school fees of a medicine student in the United States studying medicine and surgery that Osapolo is studying in Uniben, 100 level, for instance, or a person studying the same medicine in the UK? Can you compare it with the guy studying in Uniben, 100 level, first degree? Can you compare it? The differences that is there, are you not aware that the federal government is the one covering it? You see, I will always tell people, anything you enjoy for free, be rest assured that there is somebody paying for it. Now, the reason why people are bringing up this ideology of senator salary, Otukpo said something in this program the last time I was here, when he was trying to make analysis on the yacht for the president, the private jet and whatnot. Those things you see that the president is doing, or the renovation they did for the vice president or so, those are just fragments of Nigeria wealth, Nigeria commonwealth. It is a fragment. In a proper setting, things like that shouldn't even shake the account balance of a Nigerian, of the Nigerian state. It's just like a man who is swimming in billions and he's spending few thousands. People are complaining that he's overspending. I don't understand. So please, if we are angry, say, oh, they are receiving 14 million, for example, me now, I don't want to argue if it is correct or if it is wrong. My own question is, what should be their salary? Should they be receiving 10 naira or 1,000, or they should be doing voluntary services? And so that if we want to talk about it, we should have a basis. Then the people that are listening to us can as well take it to other platforms where they can speak or where they can add their opinion and suggest it to people like that. So what should be the salary of a senator? If 14 million naira is too much, for example, and let's not forget, these are the people who make the law. The same law that we are saying, oh, Nigeria is lawless, or the law is not working, or it is working. They are the one that make the law or amend the law. And when I came, the host was saying they are not working in IT, they are not doing tech or what not. I really don't understand. Even if they are not working in tech or whatsoever, but the job that they are doing is affecting those who are in the tech, because they are the one that brings law that bans those who are in the tech. Invariably, they are even doing more than those in the tech. Then we make references to lecturers, professors, and so on and whatnot. You see, the seat of the Senate is open to everybody. If you are a professor and you think that, okay, you can add more value to the Nigeria state, you buy a ticket, contest for an election, and win. And if you win an election, if your aim is to tell the house to say, oh, the way we are receiving salary is too much, let's reduce it, may you still go there, go talk your own. So it is not the political space of Nigeria is not owned by some individuals. Everybody is a key player. If you deem fit that, oh, for example, Peter Obi came out to say, oh, Nigeria is not working, I want to vie for the seat of the president. Then he came out, he gained momentum. Since then, at least he has a voice in the country, whether we like it or not. When he says certain things, there are people who listen to him. In short, to some people, he's their president, not Tinubu. That is not a problem. So the issue of arguing on the salary of the senator is too much or not too much, and for me, I don't really think it is as important as talking about the things that really affect Nigeria in the long run. Because at the end of the day, those things, all those money, we are seeing people, president buy this, the pay senator this. Like I said before, it is a fragment of the Commonwealth of Nigeria. Even if they decide not to pay any senator today, it will not change anything in the Nigeria economy, whether we like it or not. That is the truth. Even if they decide not to pay governors again, say, okay, from now henceforth, it should be free service or voluntary, it will not change anything. The problem we have in Nigeria is excessive corruption that are eating so deep into the average man inside the market that we want to sell a commodity that should sell for 10 naira, for example, for 100 naira. Now, senator salary still cost that one. Nigerians, we are practically showing wickedness to one another. Not the senator salary cost that one. Those are the things we should be talking
My
about.
brother,
Those are the things we should be addressing.
my brother.
Now, let me finish. Let me finish by
You are
saying
funny.
this.
You are a funny guy.
Let me finish
Let
by
him
Yeah,
talk
saying
now.
this.
You cannot
You're
just
very
expose
Even
funny guy.
moderator don't give up on the guy.
You are very funny. You
Let
see,
me
Why will you say he's a funny
you are
guy?
funny. You are a funny guy.
Can
You
I
came here to
finish?
confuse
You
somebody.
cannot attack somebody's
You
personality.
you finish.
Very
Finish.
rough.
Let
I will
me
encounter you.
finish
Finish.
now. Let me finish. Be patient.
If
You
he
see,
finishes, you can talk your own. Don't tell him how he should think.
in 1 minute, let me say this. Today, we had in the morning that Bobrisky was arrested in Semeboda. Then a few hours later, we had a panel of inquiry that was set up by a Minister of Interior to look into the allegation where Bobrisky said he bribed the FCC, the prison service and whatnot. And they said there's no evidence to substantiate that video, that audio that very dark man played. Is it the senator's salary that caused that one? We have a log of problem. We have a lot of sensitization to do in Nigeria that an average individual is absolutely corrupt. It has nothing to do with the senator's salary. That is why I said, even if you stop paying the senators or the governor, even the president, even if you stop paying them today, the problem in Nigeria will persist because we have not addressed the core issue. But we are all after the money. Oh, they are paying this. Oh, they are paying that. People that they are paying are corrupt now. Imagine if they are no longer paid. What will be the situation? If you say I am funny, good. But the reality is this. Think about it holistically. Even you that is saying I'm funny now, you may be in America. The moment you touch down Nigeria, from the airport, you start giving people stipend to help you clear your bag, to help you do this, to help you do that. Oh God, you are part of the problem. When you get to the traffic light, oh police, your document in your vehicles are not correct. Instead of you to do the needful, you will give policeman 5,000. You are part of the problem. But nobody wants to talk about that. We are quick to judge the politicians. We are quick to judge the system. The system that is on ground that we're supposed to uphold, we are the one bastardizing and castigating, destroying it. Then when we talk, nobody wants to sit on the table to talk about that. But we are quick to talk about the people in government. When you, on your own, you are part of the problem of Nigeria. Some of you or some of us, let me not say some.
Oh, but you know the end. Who person you want to convince here? Who you want convince?
I know
Who you want convince? Who you want convince? Master for this nonsense, my brother.
And it is come for one place to the other. What
Who you want convince?
It is from one place to the other.
Who you want convince?
You see the problem.
Who you want convince, my brother? Stop this nonsense. Stop this nonsense.
The
Who you want
truth is
convince?
bitter.
There's no truth.
That is what
You are a
it is.
twister guy. You the twister.
Mr. Ola, thank you.
You the twist talk. You don't. You the talk
Thank you for your
everywhere.
submission.
Talk everywhere.
Thank you for your submission. Yeah, it's okay, Mr. Ola. Thank you for your submission. Mr. Concor raised his hand. Before Mr. Concor, after Mr. Concor will come to you, Ola, if you have something to say. But Concor, please proceed.
Okay, thank you very much. And I know you said something about subsidy, and I was the one that made that mention. And I wanted to enlighten everyone about two things that he said, which I happen to be, I would say, a borrowed experience. He used the word medical school. That was Apollo going to medical school in University of Benin. That Nigerian government subsidized medical school in Nigeria. I can tell you of a fact that is why when doctors from Nigeria come to the US, they are not able to pass 0.001% that can pass the exam and become a medical doctor in America. A lot of them go back to either become a nurse or even a security, a warder in the correctional office. So, and I also want to tell you, my niece currently, she's in medical school here in America. And I will tell you of a fact that before she was admitted into a medical school in America, she already has her first degree in biology. You have to have at least a degree first. So you cannot compare American educational system with Nigeria educational system, my brother. That is a two-way. It's a two-straight parallel line. They can never in this life meet in a two-straight way. So that is on that aspect. Another aspect he also said was the fact that you need to understand that when we are condemning the act of senators, we are not condemning the act of senators because we just want to condemn them or because you are the only lover of Nigeria. No. If I don't know what you do for a living. I don't know what you do. And I don't care to know what you do. If what you do for a living, I know very well that if you have 14 million, you that is talking, I can guarantee you will eat 2 million in the next 2 years because you want to keep the remaining 12 million. So how can you as a person that has maybe 5 children, Ojuso Kalu does not have 5 children. Let's assume that you are a senator representing Benin, Edo State now, and you have 5 children, and they are paying you 14 million just for a basic salary, my brother. And you are saying that a basic salary of 14 million is too small for a senator? Have to think twice now. We are not comparing America and Nigeria. We will never compare America and Nigeria together because those are two different countries. And God has made it that Nigeria can never meet America. Let's call it the way it is. Even though we are using technology, Nigeria can never meet America.
It is not God that made it. It is not God that made it.
My brother, it is God. With the kind of leaders we have now, it is God. You know, it is. I think need to understand that we are not trying to.
It's God that makes everything a beg.
We are not trying to make America perfect. No, that's not what we are trying to do. America has their own disadvantage. We are not trying to make America perfect. But at least we should see something good and compare our country with. because we know we have the potential, we have the people, we have the manpower that can make us get to that particular place. And the way the leaders are going, especially the senators. I used to work with Senator Wike when Senator Wike was a senator in Edo State, and I know even with the little, well, I don't really, I know how even the, I understand all these things, my brother. So we shouldn't go there. So for you to say that 40 million, that's where I have issue with you. My issue with you is for you to come to the house and tell us that 40 million is too small for a senator, that we should come up and tell you that, oh, senator should be receiving 10 naira. Nobody's telling you senator should receive 10 naira. We are telling you that 40 million is too big, and senators of Nigeria are not doing anything to deserve that 40 million naira that they are paying there. They are not doing anything. And the laws that you are talking about, do they even obey the law? Have you seen a senator driving in their constituency and you see how many police and how many escorts that follows them? Do they obey the law? So my brother, we shouldn't come here and try to and speak as if we are the best, or we know everything about Nigeria, or we are supposed to be the advisor of Tinubu, or so on and so forth. I'm here to tell you that when the country is doing bad, I will condemn the leader. If the country is doing well, I will be the first to clap for the president and the senators that they are doing well. But right now, senators should not be given 40 million. 40 million is too big. And if that's what they are currently paying them, they should hold that money.
Thank you very much, Mr. Konko. Mr. Ola, are you there?
Yes. You see, man, it's very difficult, bro. Somebody just came here, attack us like, oh, why you complain by senators, confuse every thing. You see, in America, whatever they're earning, do you think there's a company boss that earn up to about 5 million a year? But a senator in America earn almost about $170-something thousand a year. The American government is not paying for your accommodation in America. You have to go and pay for your own accommodation. Most senators in America sleep in their office because the United States government is not providing no damn accommodation. You earn your salary, you use that your salary to pay for your own accommodation. And in a system like in America, right? If you're corrupt as a senator, they will dig you out, they will arrest you, they will prison you. Look what happened to the New Jersey guy, Senator Mamedes, or I forget his Latino name, he and his wife. He was corrupt for a while, but you didn't know the FBI was digging on him. Which Nigeria institution they go check what did they do for Nigeria? All this money that they share. But the guy was being arrested while he was still a senator. He was being arrested. If the head, the body that is making the law, is not up to the task, the whole system will be destroying one by one to the so-called layman when they talk about for street. When the Diagbon comes say Operation War Against Indiscipline, he started it himself. Everybody in Nigeria correct himself. The corruption of all these corrupt leaders, from Senator Joseph Wayas and all these people dead that was in that seat dead, everybody maintained. If you go to bank, everybody will be online. Because he started himself and gave the power to the army at that time. If nobody started like, flog him, arrest him, we'll try him in the tribunal.
You cannot throw something from your car at that time. You know, people throw something come outside for your car.
In America, all this was said when they say Bob, you talk about Bobrisky. If a place like United States, these people have no right to investigate themselves. It will be the FBI and special body that will come in. A lot of people here will roll. They're not like, I have the connection. Nothing like connection. Because by the time they start picking you, you have to understand this university you mentioned now in America. University bodies are also investigating the federal government of United States. All those professors you see in that place, all these lecturers, what we call unidentified eyes. Their eyes is inside the government of United States. What is going on there? nothing go for free in the United States. So if you hear that they pay the $8,000, a nurse in America can end up to about $6,000 to $7,000. A nurse in America. So you want to compare, there is a board that make laws in the United States, but they are not there to satisfy themselves. They are not there to go and borrow money to come and campaign. Thinking you come and be eating consistent money they give to you to go and repair your place. You pocket it. You say, no, I don't give contract, but behind the scene, you already giving the contract. You know, a lot of all these things that special investigation will involve in all these things. Even if they give you money for your own zone in the United States, you didn't use it, you cannot bring a proof and let the eye see it. They're not like, oh, I'm Democrat, oh, I'm APC, I'm PDP. They will arrest you. They will arrest you. That's what that guy from New Jersey is now in prison now. He's going to jail. He's going to long-time jail. Former governor of, I think, Ohio also. He have a Russian name. He was jailed.
No, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah, he was jailed in America. Jail. Went to jail. They don't play with you. They're not your friends. You're not empowered to do anything stupid. You must bring proof what you're doing. Our eyes are on it. All eyes are on it. You want to compare America to Nigeria that's heavily notoriously corrupt? That's what everybody is there from bottom to top. It's all damn fucking shit. You know, who's making law in Nigeria? Robert Stamp? Have you seen Joe Biden buy another private jet? Joe Biden is using the jet, the Air Force One Donald Trump used before. Everything. If they say, oh no, we have to change it. They say, hey, no, they fix it up. The beast. Their presidential car that this guy used.
Obama.
Trump used. Obama is what Biden is using until today. You don't change things like that. They don't allow you to change things like that. Even inside the White House, you only change your furniture. The building remains what it is. They only change the furniture. And you have to understand, America does say we entertain people with 12 billion naira. Look, the president pay for your own meal, your own food. Not like in Nigeria, governors are spending money to say for refreshment. What kind of refreshment are you refreshing? You know, this guy, man, in the same Western world, if you use a private car, what we call government car, by the time it's 4 o'clock, if it's 2 o'clock, it's your closing time, that car need to be off that 2 o'clock. But once something's already in the parking lodge, be put on timer on it. Timer on it. The driver will even refuse. If you like call that driver 3 o'clock, so he will tell you, sir, it's not my duty. He will even report you. You see, in places like Western world, the things that are going on in Nigeria, whereby they carry escort, be running themselves over there, a senator does not use escort in Nigeria. It's only the president. As some of these governors, even not so long entourage. You know, everything, all these people have where you're going to, which time, and when you're coming back. You can't use a government property for your own personal gain. Police don't escort you because you are VIP. So that they are out budget to run the country. You cannot just be paying somebody 40 million to do what? 40 million, they get their houses. You paying them also to publish their houses. You're paying them for wardrobe. How can you run a country like that? When the layman outside is seeing what is going on in the body that you think can hold the country together, but they're just there pocket things for themselves. They're not creating no jobs. They're not even taking care of the financial woes of the country. Let's say in America, the Senate and the House vote for stimulus package. They create rules to boost the economy. Even China, that is even a dictatorial country, their parliament create rules for everything, for better of the economy. It's not for better of themselves to start saying, yeah, come in, senator, don't make mistake, I'm an honorable. In America, they don't call them honorable. They're not like honorable in America. Oh, they call you senator. That just, oh, Mr. Senator, you fuck up. The close bad person close to you will be the one that will turn you in first. So, my brother, when we start speaking like this, start trying to turn the real truth into half truth, and make it look like I know you people are saying like this, people are saying like it's because the top is corrupt. That's why the street is also corrupt. I told you one thing. I said Nigerian man will come out and say, I built a house of 600 million. Why the house is built is not up to maybe 30 million, 20 million. But you can't come and build a house of 20 million. She said, how much be cement? How much be workmanship? How much be foundation? Look at Nigeria vice president house. They say they renovate billions. About they filter the air. Say special air. I don't understand what they build with billions. The White House is there. It's old building, big built inside 70 something. It's just another building. There's no specialty in there. Highest bunker. All these governors in the United States, they just live in this building that was already been built 70 something. They don't build no special building. You know, but all just to transform money and renovate building for 29 billion naira. What do they build? Paint? Which highest you use paint, satin or zinc? The most highest paint, like how much they said there? Maybe 100,000 naira now. The before was sold for about 50,000 naira because of the inflation. Our naira, because we don't produce nothing, we always borrow and borrow. And see, we don't use that borrowed money to create job that will pay back this debt. We sanford this money. I was here when I said, imagine in Buhari time, somebody borrow money for night vision goggles. We need to buy night vision goggles. To do who? To do what? Night vision goggle. Nigeria. Where is the soldier now wearing night vision goggle? It's not there. But they just borrow money to support the money. Nigeria is borrowing money to support money. Why? But allegedly, the so-called soldiers are selling weapons to bandits and terrorists. If the head was good, how can a body that hold the defense of a country, in news are coming out, oh, they said the thing, They said the thing. Bunker everywhere. Port Harcourt is heavily being poisoned with illegal bunkery. If you go there, if you want to buy, even the food is even being poisoned. If you clean your house, it's poison. Most of them, they have all kind of liver cancer to kidney cancer to lung cancer because they're breathing chemicals. We have no rules. Fake medicine, fake drink, fake things everywhere. The institution is not working to checkmate anything. You cannot bring anything into Western world. They will not pick 10 inside those 20. They must pick 15 and say, hey, hold on. Let me go and test it. What is in this thing? You that put that in, there's a serial number on it. All those that are approved, all of them will go to jail. Are you surprised that Nigeria every time kidney problem nowadays? Are you surprised? When the petroleum illegal broker are posing Port Harcourt people, go to the north, they're doing kind of like illegal gold mine with mercury. Most of them are all sick of kidney disease and liver disease. My brother, with bad corruption there, people will die. Is it the so-called Dangote refinery they want to put into hybrid, residential area without not checkmate the residential environmental health problem in that place? Because somebody won't person control Lagos. Can you do that? Even in America, in Texas, where they have refinery, they move people 100 kilometers to that spot, they move people away. We don't have no rules, we don't have no laws. My brother, let's not be honest and say the truth. We are dying slowly.
Thank you, Ola. Thank you, Ola. Thank you very much. Mr. Tupo, you had your hands up. Please unmute yourself and give us your submission.
Yes, I just wanted to summarize some things. I see the emotions Ola is using to talk this and all those things. Everybody is aware of Nigeria. It's like we just keep repeating what we already know. Most of us we have seen the generations of, we were here when military was in power, we were here when civilian came. So we have seen everything. It's just us just trying to be smart, either because we like the person in power or we don't like the person in power. But the actual realities, we are dodging from it. I saw Ike King try to make a submission about subsidy, and Concon gave a rebuttal. But you see, when you give rebuttals like that, when it comes to subsidy, you should still be putting some things into consideration. There's never a time I bought something in the country where I am now that I don't pay tax. The thing is $10. I will pay $11 plus. I lived in Nigeria for how many years? I didn't ever go to one place and paid for something and they tell me, oh God, the tax on top of this thing is like this. So when we come and talk
Well,
about
there's no tax in London, so that doesn't mean anything.
madam, I bought things there as well. And I used to
When you pay in the
at the
stores,
airport. Don't tell me.
you don't put tax on top.
I don't like when I'm talking, people start jumping. Everybody has time. When Mr. Laptop just now 1 hour. The one I have done evidently is what I'm saying. You can go and be fact checked. I go when I'm returning to Nigeria that I carry this receipt and go and dragging tax return because I paid tax for the things I bought. In Nigeria, I don't think, maybe it's only Oba Market I went and say, okay, maybe I will successfully pay for parking. I pay for parking in school I go to. I pay for parking in the hospital. I pay for parking everywhere. So at the end of the day, we should understand how these countries generate their money. And if we try it in Nigeria, it won't work. However,
We pay for parking in Benin City.
Madam, just talk. Let me leave you for the floor so that you will help me conclude. Because I don't know what to say again.
No, you continue because you want to justify the reason why.
Don't spoil my submission with
I'm not spoiling it. You understand now. We have to know how.
What do you mean? I want to justify?
It's because you are trying to tell us we don't even know how the country generates money, so we are not paying taxes.
If you follow my submission, you will know I'm not justifying. I'm telling us that nobody should come here and claim cent. We support these same candidates that we. Somebody just said he worked with Senator Wike. Wike took a transformer to his junction when he was working for him and put it in his personal house.
So is it the employee? So is it the employee that you will blame because? Wait, excuse me. So you blame the employees for the employer taking
make a discussion. Let us talk about Nigeria. Let's not do as if this person.
Also remember that more than 60 people who work for Wike just because of that hat have to leave Wike for that single act that he did.
Well,
but you didn't say that though. You didn't say that. You only just somebody said he worked for there. He did that, but you didn't say this. The way they condemn his action.
Mr. Concom,
come on, when you want to, you make sure you finish the statement.
You just made the clarification now. You only said you work for Wike, and I brought out a question mark in the person you work for. Now you have made a clarification. I can ask, okay, you have been vindicated from that act. I even thought you were part of the people that lifted the transformer, but now you have been able to vindicate yourself. So what I'm saying is this: it is normal for us to criticize government. Nobody should take away that right. It is our responsibility and duty. Even if I voted for a man, my responsibility still remains. I should monitor him and criticize him. Nobody is happy with the way Nigerians are going. But let us not base some kind of things. Nigeria problem has a very deep root that if not attended to, we'll just keep going in circles. But I don't think the salary of the 14 million is a discussion, because not only all Jews or Kali that is receiving it, all the 109 senators are receiving it. Some of them are even our relatives. They are receiving it. All they has come to say is too much. It's too small. The ones that got the ticket through labor, they have not said it's too much. They collected the jeep that is worth 130 million. So all these things we keep saying, Nigerians, let me say the masses, should really put themselves together and find a Nigeria that works for them. All this division of trying to say this one is better than this one, supporting this one. That's why I used Simfubara as a case study just now. People are supporting Simfubara against Wike, and I will be laughing. They will be justifying it that Simfubara should beat Wike. But at the end of the day, they forget that Simfubara is a governor, Wike is a minister. The people he is governing, are they benefiting what they are supposed to be benefiting? So Nigeria should learn this discussion and not take it personal when everybody is having their opinion. You understand? Everybody has their opinion. We cannot see things from the same lenses. You understand? I'm not okay with Nigerian senators earning that amount of money. If they have, as a governor, if it should be in the law that if you're a former governor and you want to come to the Senate, you should stay with only your governor pension and not earn from the Senate, I will support it. But say I will start saying, "Oh, Kalu is the problem of Nigeria now." I won't do that. That's hypocrisy.
Okay.
Understand?
Thank you very much.
That's my submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tupo. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yes. We are all saying the same thing, apart from some of us. Majority of us are saying the same thing. The senator said, if we are going to put him in his context, he said 14 million naira is not enough. He's being paid 14 million naira. Saying it's not enough. I don't know where people are talking about subsidy that they don't know about. Talk about education in Nigeria, education abroad. Can a 5-year-old Nigerian compete with a 5-year-old foreigner in any oral education, spelling, sentence, and all? No, our education standard, what are they subsidizing? Law school, medical school, which medical school? For Nigeria, we just have strong-hearted Nigerians. We have willing Nigerians. That's why we will come here. The basics are here. Because of the hard. We have learned the hard way. So we will come here. It becomes so easy to absorb. It is why we are one of the best here. It's not because we are not best in our country. But the struggling there is not proper. Not medical centers. I beg you. First, I've been doing. Some of you have said what you want to say. Before they will say, I'm here to make people talk. I don't have to say. Mr. John, are you there? Can you talk?
Mr. Host, thank you.
Yeah, the John.
Don't lose us.
You have always had issues. You have always had issues coming to this link. Nice to hear your voice, man.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say, or you want me to continue?
Let me just drop by.
I get one question for Tupo before.
Just hold on, please. Tupo is there, but just hold on. Mr. John.
Yeah, my to cover on the whole matter right now. This is not about politics anymore. It is about Nigeria. It is about all of us. Waiting with the put in, now we will get. Nigeria senators are receiving 14 million a month.
Or more. Some of them are more.
No, let's go by what Uzo Kalu was saying. Okay. They're receiving 14 million a month. On what basis? What is the justification of that money? What is the justification of that money? Okay, you say they are paying staff, they have this, they have that, and the rest. Who is earning that type of money in Nigeria? What are they producing in Nigeria? The workers in Nigeria, the civil servants in Nigeria, what is their salary? What is the range that they are paying them? How is it 14 million? Why did they get to that figure? Why is the salary? If you look at, okay, most of us here, we live abroad. If you look head teacher for primary school or secondary school, salary is almost equal to our prime minister's salary for UK here. So I don't know about America or how they pay and the rest, because I know America, if you see people who get contracts or get job for America, they'll tell you they are only 300 and something. Let's say we just start work, it's only 200 and something thousand a month, a year.
Yeah.
You understand? We understand those kind of monies. So if you tell me a senator is earning 170 something thousand in America, I would fit reason now, because people who just start work, they earn 300 and something, 200 and something $1,000 a year. It is good. They can justify that. In Nigeria, how can you justify that? Waiting on that they pay people for Nigeria. Permanent secretary, how much they earn? So I don't understand where the allowance they come from, because from what we understand is that what they said earlier, when they came in, they gave them furniture allowance, they gave them wardrobe allowance, they gave them this allowance, they gave them that allowances. So what you want to see they collect all this money for? Which allowance? How many staff will I get? If I get staff 10, when they pay them 77,000, now still 14 million. It doesn't reach 14 million now. You say, okay, you get staff. Okay, you're supposed to get like maybe surgeries in different locations in your constituencies that people, they come there, you get staff where they work for there. But how many of them do have all these things? They don't. What are they using? What is the justification of these monies that you're giving to them? Please, let's be realistic when we talk. Not be politics with this. Now, Nigeria, we they talk about, say, okay, yes, we want to make things better. Now, process and policies what we put in place, now we get to emphasize on and build on. The institutions, we get to work on them. Make sure say that they do things where they're supposed to do. If civil servants know they do what they're supposed to do, they blame civil servants. They get control now. It's supposed to be from top to bottom, not be from bottom to top. If any organization, if you're putting out policies, it's from top to bottom. From the top, they'll give instructions down to the bottom for them to carry it out. You don't start from the bottom. So please, guys, when we they talk, what we they see, they think about where we they, what are things they like that, that's why they happen, that's why they function. No, it is not. Nigeria is not functioning very well right now. Come out openly, say 40 million is too small. And we also that they struggle to pay 75,000. Come on now, I beg. Moderator, that's my 2 penny, I beg.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dio. Thank you very much. Yes, I appreciate your submission. We are all standing on the same, standing on the edge of the river, and we can see that the tide is going towards one direction. Although some people don't see it that way, but it's okay. Mr. Concord, you say you have a question for Mr. Tupo.
I don't know if he's still here though.
He's still there. He's still here. Mr. Tupo is very.
I just wanted to ask him: is he supporting the 14 million too small or too big?
Jesus. Hello, Mr. Tupo, are you there?
He said he's not supporting 14 million. He's not in favor of that. I think I heard that from him.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Tupo.
Yeah, what was it?
Mr. Tupo, now continue to ask question. I want to ask you directly. Are you supporting the 14 million, say it's too small or it's too big for 30 days salary?
Well, you see, if I want to, I cannot answer a yes or no on such. Let me see why. For the person of Senator Ojus or Kali, I think Nigeria should review their, it's a governor that earns pension and also earns salary. So I think there should be a review, whether you stop earning from your government pension and earn the senator salary. That's on one side. Then secondly, if the dictate of this senator salary is clear as to what I read on Google, I know the basic is 1.6 million, then furniture allowance and some other things build it up to that amount. I think if it's really that level, then it is actually too big. Yes, that's for what I understand from what I read about the salary. I know furniture allowance and some kind of things is taking about 6 point something million on the rest. So for me, that is outrageous. That's too big. But if it's to manage constituency and to do research, I think money should be made available for that, because as a senator, you cannot just watch TV and use it to go and make laws. You need to do proper research, and it has to be very broad. So, but for now, given the Nigerian context, Nigeria is a very big country. We are giant of Africa. Me and my friend argued today about I've forgotten the GDP, and I found out that even South Africa was I think have they overtaken us, or they were yet to. Nigeria has a very big economy. It's just mismanaged. So if we can really, harmonize or whatever, get our country to work, I don't think such monies will be a big thing for a senator to earn if they are really doing the job. So that's why I say I cannot answer a yes or no. It's just that Nigeria, like what Ike King tried to explain, our wealth is so much. If we can really harness it, that we'll be amongst top nations. But unfortunately, we have to grapple with what we have. So everything looks very big. That's the issue. So
Mr. Tupo, I think I kind of I appreciate your answer. The word you used that kind of made me feel better was the if. That if is what all of us are talking about here. If. That if. You know, the if is that if they are doing their job, you know, that money shouldn't be a big deal. It should be okay, they are doing their job, but they are not doing their job. That's the if. Thank you very much. I wanted to ask you that question.
No problem. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tupo. Thank you very much for thank you, everybody. We are heading towards the 2-hour mark. And yes, we are for, they are for, they are against. Again, I'll say it 1,001 times. A man or lawmakers that have no laws on ground or cannot enact laws should not be paid nothing. They are not the money. I don't care about how they try to break it down or try to justify it. I like to use the word justify. It is wrong. These men do not do anything. They are party planners. They are politicians. They are friends. They don't do anything. You cannot be in a country where everything is deteriorating and you are being paid $8,000 every month. It is not heard of. 40 million is too much. It is, you are not a lifesaver. You are not a health worker. You are not a pilot. You are a chief. You go to your village and do your chieftaincy. If you want to, somebody said, if you don't like it, you go and win an election and come on. That is from a smelling mouth. Smelling mouth. 40 million, and you are saying it's not enough? Then they should take they should put the direct deposit from the government coffers to his personal account. There are beggars on every street in the whole of South. Some people have not been to Nigeria in the last 3 months. They don't know what they talk about. Or somebody say 14 million. 14 million? No, 14 million is for a month. Some people have not even. If 14 million hits some people's account, EFCC, their account will show red flag. Their bank will see it. Some people that are still talking jargons. 40 million hit your account, they will freeze it. And the man is receiving it, that is not doing anything. It's not doing, probably they are all in Abuja enjoying. They're not even in their constituencies. They don't know how some of them don't even know where all their constituencies look like. They come in with a convoy, speed out, private jetting. They don't know anything about their people. But we are here, we are going to justify it. Because we can always look at CNN and say American salary is this.
Some senators cannot even live in Washington, D.C. They have to live in their
You
constituency.
have to live where you live, with your people. That is it. Why is it Abuja? Why is it Abuja? You want to be senator? Go to where you are representing. Why the hell are you in Abuja? They'll pay you 14 million, 140 million a year. Your wife will go and open boutique in Metama. Let your wife go and open boutique at Ogara. Let your wife go and open boutique at Old Junction. It will expand the development of the state. So it's people who thinks that the 40 million salary for a senator is all right. The person needs I will pay for his medical checkup. There's no if to it. I'm Nigerian, I swear. I don't care about any bloody program that I'm moderating. I'll say it as it is. It is not right, and it is not right. Then coming to television to boast, especially at the hardest times of our lives, to say it's not enough, it's an insult. A complete insult. Like me, join APC, join anything. Everybody will go die. After they will get old, they will die, they'll leave the party. But we'll come to justify waiting. They will say the laws are not working. They are beating light. The laws are not working. The laws are not working. Are the senators not the lawmakers? Why are they being paid if laws are not working? So why are the House of Reps paid? We have how many of them? We have 300 House of Representatives, 300 lawmakers, and the laws are not working. Scrap it. Let us go into the jungle and start from the scratch. Instead of paying these people money for, they're paying them. What are they paying them money for? To support a political party or to what? Please, I think the problem affects us is education. But the fact that we can communicate doesn't mean we are. Anyways, we have hit our 2-hour mark today. I want to thank everybody for coming to the show. We are here. Initially, I said I was not going to delve into or discuss politics, but we have to. Sometimes we need to tamper with our brains to see how people think. It is very, very important to see how people think. We don't have, Nigeria is a country without proper infrastructure. No good roads, poor healthcare, dilapidating education sector, insecurity, etc., etc. There's no way any building should be renovated for 21 billion naira. That can be 21 kilometers of road if you get to a greedy contractor, because in Nigeria you hear that 1 kilometer of road sometime some years back was built for $1 billion for a kilometer. That is greed. But
why Igbo businessmen they do road for their street with with cheap barrow body.
That's what's real. Somebody said
go on $1 billion
for a kilometer. That's what the contractor said. But if you are renovating a house that is not, if it's not broken, don't fix it. You are renovating a house that's not broken, but using 21 billion to renovate it. That means we continue to applaud what you are building a lion, and you are feeding a lion, and you are encouraging yourself that the lion is going to hunt for you tomorrow. That is what we are doing. And some people are applauding, yes, you're applauding. Anyways, we have come here, we are done for today. I thank you all for coming. Thank you for being in the program. We have heard our minds, we have heard more, we have done the brainstorming. But before I go, I'll do my African proverb. My African proverb is on, it says, he who thinks he's leading and has no one following him is just taking a walk. If you think you're a leader and nobody is following you, because you have people come, hey, you're doing great. They're not following you. They're psychopaths. They come, they praise you. But you're not leading anybody. Nobody's majority, I mean nobody. Majority of the people are not with your policies. They are not with your moves. They are not with your submissions. That means you are all by yourself. You are not a leader, because leadership requires having people who follow you and are influenced by your direction. You have to put things where people will say, okay, let us salvage this pain for 1 year. Let us see how it goes. We will sacrifice. If nobody is willing to sacrifice with you, then you are not a leader. You are just wasting your time. What do you need? Tomorrow you have 69 trillion or in your account. So then, what have you left behind? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But we have ass lickers. Trust me. We have people that will come to say, yes, Tinubu, all he has done is right. He should buy another private jet. He should buy another Escalade. He should buy a yacht. In fact, they should reduce worker salary. They should build another house for Shetima in his village. So people will come here to applaud it. So people, and if they put those people there, if you go, in fact, anyways, my people, I said, let me go back to the beginning, like I said before we had a full house. This show is for everybody. The show is not a political show. It's not for politics. It is high time we start talking about our wants and our needs. It's high time for all of us to come together, talk about what others are going through. If you have an issue with your employer, you have an issue with your lecturer, you have an issue with your doctor, you have an issue with your landlord, a problem shared is a problem half solved. Bring your problem to us. We'll deliberate it. I'm not saying we are a money-making organization or we can help you with finances, but let us begin to talk about things that affect us and not how a 14 million naira paid senator is trying to be greedier than the devil. This is a show. It's a family show. We are here for each other. If if a senator likes, he's free to come and share his own problems. Fine, we would discuss on it. But it is a family show. It doesn't have to be politics. It's about the social, political, and economic welfare of Nigerians within Nigeria, connecting Nigerians home and abroad. So I beg of you, I ask you guys to understand my plea. We are getting there. Anybody, if you have any problem, if you bought a land and you haven't gotten your C of O from anywhere, you can come. Just come, we'll deliberate it. We'll talk about our general topics. It is not wrong for anybody to defend Elju Jokalu or come to say anything they want to say. But it's all right. It's an open floor. And I am Nigerian. I have my own problems. I'm not here to be a prefect of anybody. I'm here to say my own problems as well. So when I talk, I give everybody time to talk. Thank you guys for being with me. Thank you, social media, Facebook, YouTubers, everybody. We love you all. We hope to see you guys on Friday, same time. Enjoy your week ahead. God bless. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Major.